Your freedom is stifled by the habit of postponing the life you could be building. That's the bottom line of the main message of my last episode. Today I will talk about how to implement this message in real life, how to expand your individual freedom through self-discipline, because that's the core skill here. So I will give you 7 tips on how to build and improve your self-discipline. And this will make you at the same time more vigilant. So let me start. One, embrace perseverance, hatmada in Hebrew, as a core virtue. Consistent effort and refusing to give up build true character and lasting success. The Talmud recounts the famous story of Rabbi Akiva. He was a poor shepherd at age 40. He was still illiterate and felt hopeless about ever mastering Torah. One day he observed drops of water steadily falling on a hard stone, gradually wearing away a deep hole in it. Then he realized if soft water can pierce solid rock through persistent dripping, then surely the words of Torah, even one passage at a time, can penetrate and transform the human mind. So, no matter whether you accomplished everything that was on your list today or fell short, don't dwell too long in guilt or self-criticism. That only drains your energy. Instead, give yourself some grace. Rest if it's late, go to sleep, recharge, and tomorrow morning get right back to your list. 2. Your to-do list, the list of your tasks. I'm pretty sure you have one. And as you probably know, just having it is not enough. I have had to-do lists for most of my life, and I remember that in the past, some of the things I planned to do were there for days, then weeks, or even months, until they became irrelevant. So, to make it actually work, practice daily cheshbon ha-nefesh, a self-accounting of your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Reflect on what you did well, where you fell short, and how to improve things tomorrow. This practice builds self-awareness and prevents repeated mistakes through consistent introspection. 3. Build new habits through repetition and small steps. Make desired behaviors automatic by starting tiny and repeating them consistently. Try to do it for 10, 20, or 30 days. Over time, this is going to reduce your reliance on raw willpower, and your actions become routine, which means you won't need as much effort or motivation to do them. Yes, habit becomes second nature, as taught already by the Rambam in 12th century. Repeated actions literally rewire your brain and your character. You don't wait to feel disciplined. You act disciplined already now until it becomes who you are. And what really does help here in this rewiring is called in Hebrew seder, establishing a sacred order or fixed schedule. And being an observant Jew helps here a lot. Basically, the entire everyday Jewish religious practice, technically, in technical terms, revolves around this idea. Fixed time for prayer, fixed time to start and end Shabbat, and so on. 4. Prioritize physical well-being and energy management, good sleep, proper nutrition, and regular exercise aren't luxuries. They are a foundation of sustained self-control. When your energy is low, willpower crumbles. So treat your body as the vessel that enables discipline. Take intentional breaks to recharge. But remember to keep them distraction-free. No endless scrolling or quick dopamine hits. And if you're Jewish, fully embrace Shabbat. It's not just rest, It's a weekly reset that brings clarity. I've experienced this countless times. After Shabbat, I looked at my to-do list from before, and then, why on earth did I plan that? That was my reaction. Yes, it reveals what truly matters and what's just noise. 5. Practice self-restraint through, for example, halachic boundaries. Yes, this is very important because halachic observance in Judaism is a daily training of discipline. Eating kosher, observing Shabbat, doing this and not doing that, it all serves your free will, your discipline. As Rabbi Jonathan Sachs beautifully taught, true freedom emerges from self-restraint that comes from within, not from external coercion. This repeated exercise of saying no to your impulses and desires builds your self-control muscle that strengthens and spills over into every area of life. There is a really powerful way to deepen this practice that we might call yirat Shamayim in miniature, the fear of heaven in miniature, a moment-by-moment awareness of moral presence and accountability. Pirkei Avot says, "Know what is above you, an eye that sees, an ear that hears, and all your deeds are written in the book." And this isn't about paranoia or fear. It's about cultivating a gentle, conscious sense that our actions matter in a higher context. When people feel truly accountable, even in small, private moments, they naturally become more disciplined. But if impulse control still feels challenging for you, try shifting focus outward with the next tip. 6. Modify your environment to support your goals. Simply design your surroundings to make good choices effortless and bad ones difficult. For example, remove temptations, hide the snacks, block distracting sights, and place positive things in plain sight, like your running shoes by the door nearby or your favorite book on the table all the time. This situational self-control saves mental energy for what really counts. And the last one can be the toughest, sometimes very painful, but it may be essential. 7. Modify your human environment to support your goals. Your family, of course, is sacred and not up for modification. But beyond that, your workplace, neighborhood, social circle, or even your city, ask yourself honestly, does this environment lift me toward my aspirations or drag me away? If it's the latter, don't ignore the truth. Once you see it clearly, take action. Seek a new job, move to a different community, different city, find friends who share your values and ambitions. Sometimes the biggest act of self-discipline is changing who and what surrounds you. The 7 tips I just gave you draw deeply from traditional Jewish teachings and are being echoed and have been expanded in modern psychology and habit science. So if this resonated, please share, like, subscribe so others can find it too. Also, I encourage you to watch my previous episode. It will give you answers why you should hone your self-discipline. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time.